where does the spider want to take us ultimately?
Well, it will be a world in which people have no ability to free think. Their thoughts will be downloaded to them, and they will love their servitude. You know, some of these transhumanists are talking about that. I mean, this is what Aldous Huxley was talking about. You get people to love their servitude. Although, you know, they're robots, you manipulate their minds so they actually enjoy it. And we've got a guy in this country called Warwick, Professor Warwick at Reading University, you know, don't start me off, who's talking, you know, he's been one of these people that have pushed the microchip agenda and the transhumanist agenda. And he's saying, well, you know, if you can feel good and feel nice and feel happy, why not get attached to the Matrix? And it's the complete end of the human being as we know it, where you have the ability to process information and come to your own conclusions. That human will exist no more. It will be a biological robot that will just respond to stimuli.
And now DARPA admits what we knew decades ago, and we're kooks, that, oh, we're going to start brain chipping the troops, and, oh, we've been doing tests for decades. Yeah. They had remote control rats and roaches, as you know, 30 years ago, and now they're rolling it out. And, hey, it's great if you've got epilepsy and a brain stimulator chip makes you be able to live happy. The problem is that's now attached to the internet, that wireless system, and to the spider, and you literally now have a control node from the spider hooked into you.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I mean, there's this movie that's going around in Britain at the moment, it would have been in America earlier, called Transcendence. And that was about the internet becoming conscious. And we're now having scientists speculating on whether the internet could become conscious. Well, I think it's already probably conscious.
I agree.
And the idea is to lock us in to that technological consciousness so that it is feeding us all our thoughts. And it's something that sounds, well, even less and less now, but to many people will sound completely science fiction. But that's where we're going. And so when we are seeing this this movement to have brain computer interfaces, that's because the body is basically, I've been saying this for so long, it's a biological computer, and the brain is a biological computer. And it's because of that, one's a biological computer, one's like a technological computer, but because the principles are the same in how they work, the basic principles, that's how you can have brain-computer interfacing. The idea is to make that the norm so everyone is connected technologically to this technological collective mind.
And again, the consciousness of this new AI system being fed the ideas, the dreams of humans, is now a future predicting system with almost total accuracy of mass movements, cornering the human market, and that ends free will, because if you can track with the future, you can then put in data that will actually change the course and control the future. How long do you think stuff really gets crazy?
I wonder, Alex, I wonder if that's not already happening.
I agree. Can you, in your gut, do you, a lot of people are picking up on the new consciousness. A lot of people feel the dread. I don't think it's a very sweet thing that's been created.
No, I have been convinced for a long time that we are being fed a reality, and the more that we, if you like, get programmed into it, like with these movies that are portraying the world they want, the more powerfully it affects us. But it's like I was saying earlier, you know, if I had the wireless internet here, no one could see it, but I tune a computer into that frequency to pick up the wireless internet, and I have a whole reality on my screen that can be picked up in anywhere in the world, in any culture, because of the World Wide Web. And all you're doing is locking into that World Wide Web through the computer terminal, and therefore you're accessing that collective reality. This biological computer is doing that on what we would call the Matrix.
And that's the sixth sense. That's the sixth sense right there.
it's so similar.
David, you'll be gone in 10 minutes. Stay there. I want to come back. One more little segment to finish your thoughts. DavidIcke.com. I'm Alex Jones. Incredible interview. Stay with us.
If you're worried about your health and you're tired of the nasty side effects of harsh drugs or antibiotics, then look no further. Supernatural Silver is the answer. Supernatural Silver is a powerful immune system enhancer that can be used every day to help keep you healthy and well with none of those nasty side effects. It's extremely safe for use internally as well as topically. And Supernatural Silver is hundreds of times more effective than colloidal or ionic silver. It is perfect for use in the sinuses, eyes, ears, and on any wound or skin issue. Supernatural Silver is also extremely effective when taken orally and can help fight off bacteria, viruses, and mold that may be overwhelming your immune system. Go to supernaturalsilver.com, supernaturalsilver.com, and use the promo code SILVER2014 for 20% off of your entire order. And give yourself and your loved ones a fighting chance with Supernatural Silver.
Get the most important package of information you'll ever receive in your life for only $10. The package includes 3 books and 7 DVD programs which cover biblical miracles and prophecy. The Shroud of Turin, The Third Secret of Fatima, What Really Happened to the Catholic Church, and more. Call 800-513-0029. That's 800-513-0029. Or go to VaticanCatholic.com. That's VaticanCatholic.com. 800-513-0029. VaticanCatholic.com.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
The human body is extraordinary. Despite all the stresses we inflict upon it, it still works hard to stay in balance. Thousands upon thousands of people rely upon Heart and Body Extract to help their body stay balanced. This excellent 100% natural herbal formula helps maintain healthy blood pressure levels, cleans arteries, promotes good circulation, balances cholesterol, and more. HB Extract, paired with healthy lifestyle choices like good nutrition and exercise, can give you a life free of pain, sickness, and fear. Recapture your youthful vitality and experience your body healing itself with the aid of HB Extract. It's extremely effective and it starts working in just days. Visit hbextract.com to learn more and to read scores of testimonials from satisfied customers. And we've never increased our price in over 10 years. That makes Heart and Body Extract as great a value now as it was the first day we sold it. A healthy heart is a happy heart. Call 866-295-5305 or go to hbextract.com.
A sudden change in the wind. The day grows dark as ominous clouds move in and lightning begins to carve arcs in the sky. And you realize you are not prepared.
I am telling you to take cover.
The number of intense storms is increasing exponentially in the U.S. Tornadoes, hurricanes, flooding, and droughts are happening with greater magnitude and frequency. If you are choosing to rely on the government to save you,
And no one's coming to help them.
you could be dead wrong. The first step towards self-reliance in the face of disaster is a visit to MyPatriotSupply.com. There you'll find the absolute best prices on storable foods, non-GMO seeds, emergency water filtration devices, and so much more. All orders over $49 qualify for free shipping in the lower 48. Visit us online or call 866-229-0927. That's 866-229-0927 and speak to one of our preparedness advisors today. Remember, before it's time to survive, it's time to prepare. MyPatriotSupply.com.
The preacher man says it's the end of time, and the Mississippi River, she's a gold dry. The interest is up and the stock market's down, and you're only getting mugged if you go downtown.
Undoubtedly, the globalists are after free will. Undoubtedly, they're into the occult. Every society, even though they didn't communicate with each other, built pyramids, step pyramids, or temples, and sacrificed children. Ritual abuse of children. And David, I know you're a busy guy. It's always great to have you up. I appreciate you coming on. In closing, I want you to talk about your new book, but I want you to answer the question, because I've thrown out there a few times, and I know you're not into your ego or whatever, but we need to analyze why you've been successful, myself, and a handful of others as kind of the icons of the awakening, to understand what's made us successful at waking people up. So briefly, why do you think you've been so successful? Why do you think I've been so successful when there's been so many other articulate people out there saying, some of the same things? Why has that been?
Well, I think the only way to succeed in this arena is one word: persistence. When you refuse to take no for an answer, when you refuse to even accept the possibility that you will give up, and that you know that the day you keel over and leave this reality, you'll still be doing it, and you'll still be trying, and you'll still be doing what you can, then when big challenges come up, when you get the abuse, when you get people trying to undermine you, when people attack you, when people ridicule you, because giving up is simply not an option, it means that instead of feeling sorry for yourself and walking away and sitting in a corner, or walking away and thinking, I'm not doing this anymore, you keep walking, you keep moving, you do more, you are persistent. And when you do that, you break down barriers. And key to that over the years is that what people have said is shown to have validity. I mean, when I was at the height of my ridicule, which was almost of historic proportions in this country in the 1990s, early 1990s, I was of the belief that if what I said had any validity, then it would be shown eventually to be so. And then all that abuse would start, and ridicule would start to fade away. What do you mean it will go? My goodness me, it hasn't. But it would start to fade as more and more people went, hold on a second. What this bloke said then, it's happening. And then you go on to the next thing, more persistence, and that process repeats itself and repeats itself. And eventually you part the seas, if you like, and more people start to see, actually, this person, whoever it is actually worth listening to, because they've got a track record. Look, it's happening, what they said. And this is why I say to people, if you hide and keep your mouth shut and don't speak your truth because you fear the reaction of others, then you are not going to have that process of eventually people saying, hold on a second, what he said is happening. My goodness, what else is he saying? Because you've never said it, because you were frightened to, because people would ridicule you or condemn you or whatever. If we don't have the backbone to speak our truth, whatever that truth may be, then how can any of us talk about freedom? Because there's no greater freedom than being able to speak your truth no matter what it is.
That's right.
Without that fundamental freedom, there is no other freedom.
That's right.
So it's persistence, and it's having the balls, basically, to say things that are unacceptable to society at that time, take the consequences of that, but keep saying them until the day dawns when people start to say, hold on a second, he's not as mad as we thought he was. Look. And without those two things, then you're never going to be successful in communicating this information.
And it's like that anywhere in life. They want people to be spectators who aren't on the field. And I didn't really know the answer to that when I asked it. But that's total truth, what you said, Veritas, sage advice. Having the basic fundamentals, having your instincts, having the research, the history, and knowing you're right, and never stopping, that's what they're scared of. And that's why we've been successful. We haven't been caught off in the infighting. It's because we had a passion for freedom and truth. We've been successful. David Icke, it's great to know you. DavidIcke.com, the new book's out. Thank you so much for coming on with us. We really appreciate you spending time with us, and hopefully you'll be back with us again very soon.
Thank you. Wembley Arena, 25th of October. I'm putting it all together.
Oh, well, we'd love to promote that before you come back on about that. Wembley Arena, DavidIcke.com. We'll be back with a report from the border. Thank you so much, David.
Cheers, Alex.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run.